Hello everyone, it's your good friend Addy, otherwise known as Trainman305. Hope you're all well. First of all, I want to apologise to the guys at Cardinal Buses and Torworth Garage if this is getting annoying, but this is the last you'll hear of it for now. But with that, I also introduce a brand new series. Welcome to Transport Ideas.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? Let's take it
Alright then, but before we look into the new stuff, let's have a look at the existing lines. Starting off with Cardinal Buses 661. Cardinal Buses started service with their 661 bus route around about 13 years ago in 2009 for Hinchley Wood School. It runs between Hampton Court, West Molesey, East Molesey, Western Green and Hinchley Wood. The route mainly gets the same dead start, but gets other types of buses occasionally when it's not available. It only runs on school days once a day in each direction, as unfortunately at the moment it's only designed for school runs, but hopefully that could all change, wink wink. Now let's look at 467. TFL started service with the 467 bus route around about 23 years ago in 2000. It runs between Hook, Chessington, Cockgilders, Ewell and Epsom. It only runs Monday to Saturday and gets a bus every hour. And from the Hook end it gets one bus for Hinchley Wood School only on school days and for Rosebery School, Epsom Hospital from the other end in Epsom. The route mainly gets Enviro 400, Gemini 3 and Gemini 2s, but occasionally gets single deckers if there are fewer students. But I'm sorry TFL, I personally prefer 661 better. Sorry.
Bye Colin, bye Kevin, see you later.
Now that we're out of the way with the existing lines, here's the new route that I was thinking that the bus line could run on. Here it is. It uses the existing 661 bus route between Hampton Court, East West Molesey and Western Green and Hinchley Wood train station. Instead of going into the school, we're going to continue down the main road, which is Sutton Road. Also, it's worth pointing out, this little bit between Hinchley Wood Station and Rectory Lane bus stop, aka Long Ditton, gets K3. Then after the two roundabouts here, 661/467, the new bus route, is going to be on its own for a little bit. It's going to now go down Ditton Hill Road. Also, somewhere between this little bit between Fleece Road and Kings Road, I'm thinking we should have a new bus stop and call it either Kings Road or Fleece Road, because why not? As we continue down the road, there'll be a new bus stop in front of the Long Distance Infants and Nursery School. We're still going straight down the road, we come to a new bus stop, Church Road. Still on the road, we come to Oakway. Into Herne Road, and then we go into Shrewsbury House School. I'll admit that may seem a little too close, but I think it needs a bus stop. And the last new bus stop on this stretch is Hook Road. Then from here we take a sharp turn right, then go down Hook Road, use the existing bus stops, and then go through in front of Southborough High School, cross the roundabout, then we follow the existing 467 through Hook, Chessington South, the Cockgilders Estate, Ewell and Epsom, and then we terminate the bus at Epsom Clock Tower. What I mean by little school runs is that there are a load of schools on the route, and I feel like some of them deserve to have buses for themselves or certain services that'll just come to the school for them to help drop off the students. The first and probably most obvious one is Hinchley Wood School, so that 661 and 467 still has some direct connection with Hinchley Wood School, and it'll just make it easier for some of the school students there. The next one is for Torworth Girls. One bus that is coming from Hampton Court goes in front of Southborough High School as normal, but instead of going to Epsom, it turns left and goes into Torworth Girls. This is a great opportunity to give Torworth Girls a school bus, because let's be honest, they really need a school bus. And when they leave, they'll just go down Fuller's Way, turn left and follow K1 until follow the existing bus route back to Hampton Court, but that's only after school. And the last one is for good old Epsom Hospital, Rosebery School more or less. Basically, what's going to happen is it'll go on a one-way loop around the Epsom Hospital area estate, I don't know what it's called, which is basically where Rosebery School is, which is why it does it for that school day. And then it just goes back to Epsom Clock Tower. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Hope that was helpful.
See you guys. See you guys.
Now finally, we're on the home stretch. Who is going to be operating the bus route? Well, there are tons of operators in Surrey and the edge of London who can operate this bus route. And I think all of them in one way or the other will be able to do the job swimmingly. But at the end of the day, I still feel like Cardinal should operate the bus route. First reason, this is because Cardinal buses, let's be truly honest, seriously need a proper bus route, because they can't just have 7 school routes and call it a day. Second reason, Transport for London don't care about 467 that much, so if they give it up, it saves them a lot of money, but they just won't admit it, and I don't see why not really. 3, they probably have some of the best drivers in the entire country. Well, at least for a single bus company anyway. 4, they almost have the right amount of buses and drivers to operate their service. I'd say you need about 2 or 3 more drivers and maybe 2 more single-deckers, then I think you'll be able to go ahead with the route. 5, from what I understand, I told some people about my idea, most of the people using the route will most likely be teenagers and school children. So, Cardinal drivers are already used to school children, so I guess that also is a plus.
Ready to roll, lovely.
And with everything that I've come to so far, here's my final conclusion and route number. So the conclusion is that I think Cardinal buses should operate the route under my timetable. They can modify it to make a timetable that suits them a bit better if they fancy. And the majority of the route is going to be single-deckers. And the only 2-3 double-deckers will be the school runs. For the people who already travel with 467, in the short term it may seem like a downgrade because they can't pay by Oyster anymore. And they also, with some of the buses at least, they lose air conditioning, and some of the buses on 467 are hybrid, so they no longer have hybrid buses in the short term. But in the long term, the route is definitely going to sustain quite a bit of money if the operator puts out a decent fare. And with that money can be used for improvement and possibly even an electric fleet. And they can also come to some deal with the Oyster cards. But everything I said is just potential. Nothing will really go ahead until it's approved by the Surrey County Council or the Department for Transport. And even if it does go ahead, we don't even know if Cardinal's going to be operating the route, because at the end of the day they could just give it to Diamond or London United Wrapped Group. Ooh. No, don't worry, I love the operators, but I still feel like Cardinal should operate it. And even if it does go to Cardinal, we don't really know if the staff are willing to operate the route. And I still don't feel very comfortable about this particular turn here. Also, we can't forget about Tolworth Garage, aka 467. We're not really sure if the staff there really want to give up the 467 bus route to Cardinal, or let alone if they just want to operate the bus route. But for now, I'm going to keep my optimism up and hoping that my route does go to plan. Or at the very least, Cardinal and London United Wrap Group can at least keep the 661 and 467 routes respectively to themselves. And finally, we come onto the route number. Unfortunately, I struggled to think of a good route number, so I did something on my Instagram to see if any of my friends on Instagram have any ideas for a good route number. And I've come to my favorite one. And the 3-digit number is...
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You saw that 100% right. The winner is Bella Young X with 837, and I must say, good choice of number, Bella. Awesome. I'm just not 100% sure as per UK bus numbering rules that would be allowed, but yeah, we'll see. Righty right then everyone, that's all that I have to say. And also, let me know in the comments if I missed anything or think that I should have mentioned something or done something different. Otherwise, that's all from me. Take care everyone. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And join me next time for the South Western Railway London Underground and Tram Train project.